Okay, good day everyone. This is Diasetro, the most handsome, yakable, Africanicious, adrenaline pumping, and physical husband. And as usual, I have beside me my most scintillating, pepperoni, sugarlicious, hot baby girl.
Yeah, good day, everyone. Today, you're welcome to the Sections vlog, Sectional Everything family. It's a pleasure having you around today. So, I'm just trying to come back after my childbirth, just trying to come, but then my baby is just trying to sleep. So, we just have this wonderful discussion tonight, and I hope you've seen it. Maybe you'll be watching this stream after now, and you've not been informed. So, if you just come across this train, want to be discussing this, and while we're discussing this, is we don't want this to happen to our youths. See what is happening to okay.
The medical doctors in Nigeria are running out of the country presently. They are seriously packing their bags and baggages and running for their life. They are running out of the country because for some time now, the medical doctors in Nigeria have been on strike. They've been on strike. I'm sure most of you that are outside the continent of Africa and outside Nigeria, you are not used to something like that medical doctors will be on strike. Oh, someone is greeting us there. Rodney Laurel says, Shalom, my brother and sister. Shalom. Oh, see our Stacy. Stacy Pratt. Oh, hello, beautiful family.
Hello, lovely one. Stacy.
So the matter is really getting out of hands, and I tell you, a whole lot of persons in Nigeria now, they actually want to run. But why are they running? Before we go into that, I want to play a video so that you see what's is actually happening. A lot of these medical doctors, they are now hunting for jobs outside the country, outside the continent of Africa, outside the country Nigeria. Just listen.
These are familiar scenes at job recruitment exercises in Nigeria. There is a special difference in this particular instance though, as these are qualified medical doctors applying for jobs overseas, in Saudi Arabia to be precise. What you can see behind me right now is the process of the recruitment of Nigerian doctors by the Saudi Arabian authorities. This exercise is currently ongoing at the Sheraton Hotel and Towers, right here in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Nigerian resident doctors have been on strike for almost a month in their demand for better working conditions, and negotiations with government have failed repeatedly. And the prospect of working for the Saudi government is now seen as a big escape.
The federal government is showing the cold shoulder attitude, doesn't show any kind of responsibility or being careful about the situation. I can't imagine, I can't believe my Honorable Minister of Health came out and he threatened us. So I think it does not make sense, or it doesn't make much. I mean, it wasn't the situation. To be candid, we're very, very disappointed. I personally am disappointed. When I go to where I work in a very critical care services of the hospital. But basic things that we need, we don't have. Some things I used to put in my money to buy what I need, just for the sake of the patient. And to worsen the situation and to make the matter worse, and day by day, there is no any progress.
We escape from the hills in the society.
What do you mean by hills of society?
A lot of discouraging things. You see banditry, see kidnapping, incessant strike, and all those stuff. And if you can get a place where you can work, a place that is calm, a place where you can use your skill and you can be well enumerated, is it not better?
For Vivian Okolo here, it is more of a situation of heartbreak as she expresses frustration over the ever-worsening situation in the healthcare system, with this particular case in point.
I left medical school April 2011. My teacher is here. My own teacher, the first person I cited here, was my teacher, a seasoned pediatric consultant. You know what it means? My teacher that taught me how many years ago, I'm giving up on the country, on our leaders, and I come here to meet my teacher. I mean, this is the worst. I never knew it has gone this bad.
The brain drain by Nigerian doctors to proverbial greener pastures has for long been a known fact, but having a foreign government conduct massive recruitment of Nigerian doctors in Nigeria is taking the issue to a whole new level.
Okay, let's even look at the last line of that statement. What the news, this is a news station that broadcasted this year right here in Nigeria. They were even saying that the government of another country, of Saudi Arabia, their authorities came into Nigeria, to come and what? To come and
Conduct
conduct the recruitment exercise for our own doctors that were not properly taken care of.
And that's the situation of things, as in what people are going through, being educated. A pediatrician, as in seasoned pediatrician, as in people are, you know what it takes for you to gain specialty in medicine and all these things, years of experience and the time, the money, everything spent. And this is why we are crying, to just be as if one is talking. This is why we've been crying. You see, we've been repeating one post over and over again on YouTube about our youth. We don't want them to come to this situation. These people are already like adults. Look at this person now. She finished 2011.
10 years.
10 years away from now. Let's say maybe she even finished 1 year. Now she might be close to maybe 40 or thereabout. But when you have young youths that are just 15, 16, and they are just out of secondary school. What they call secondary school over there? As in they're just out of high school. Yes. And they don't find anything lucrative doing. They don't find anything to engage them. They don't find anything to take away their energy. And whatever, if it's the bad, they are going to join it. And that's why it's like we're crying every day that let's save these African youths so that we don't have a repetition of this. We've not come here to just maybe condemn one thing or the other, but we want people's opinion about, you see how these doctors feel. You're seeing the cry from their hearts and they are really expressing it. So,
and the funny stuff is that gone are those days that in Africa they used to like eulogize doctors, and they say, I want my son to be a doctor. In short, as I'm here. I'm not praying that any of my children should be a doctor. Whoa, Jim Barak. Jim, it's so nice to have you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much, Jim.
We want you here, if possible. So, as I am here, I don't think anybody wishing that my children should be a doctor in Nigeria is a prayer. I will not accept that kind of a prayer. In short, I might end up pursuing such persons with Cain. If you pray for me that my children should be a doctor, a medical doctor in Nigeria, no. I don't want that. I'm not praying for such. Because we schooled with these medical doctors. We know we knew what they went through. We knew what they went through to become a medical doctor. While I've already graduated several years, I was already working in the banking sector for maybe 3-4 years before so many of them finished their education, finished their youth service and the likes, And at the end of the day, you would have thought that life would have been very okay for them. When you see the cars that this medical doctor drive.
The other day at the hospital, when I went for my checkup during pregnancy.
Did I even say cars? Some of them do not even have cars.
Yes,
so many of them jump buses. As in, when I mean buses, not the kind of bus you have there. Those ones are good buses. Those ones are buses. But this one, I'm talking of buses with K-leg. With K-leg. It's so pathetic. You see some of their shoes.
Yes, that some days ago when I still went to the government hospital here in Lagos, Nigeria, I saw one doctor that attended to me in pregnancy, and the man was very good, I just saw his condition. I felt so pained. I was just like, if I really have the money, I'm going to help this man, because they help save lives, and yet they are not safe. You see, they will be on call. When I was admitted during my pregnancy, you see them maybe like 3 days, they might be working. You see that day that went
3
to
days,
do our son's circumcision. Yes,
for 3 days.
They will just be there. They'll say they're on call. You see them morning, night, and And these, they are.
I'm not even sure if my children comes with a medical doctor
You see, the other
as
day.
husband to be. That I'm not sure I will accept, because I've not really seen life smiling at them based on the fact that the way they have been handled here.
Yes.
And you cannot
Indeed.
imagine Saudi Arabia is now coming into Nigeria to come and shoplift these guys. That's just this thing.
God, and they're just.
And these guys are brains. They can operate anything. They can dissect. They can. Oh my God! You need to see how brilliant these Nigerian medical doctors are. You will just be surprised that can somebody be this brilliant and yet so hand in glove with poverty.
Oh, this is just what we're trying to avoid. We want to have your suggestion. If you're on this stream, what do you feel about the condition of this doctor? They've spent their lifetime, their money, their everything going through this training. They're out right now, and yet it's not paying for them. And we don't wish our youth this. That's why we are crying. The most important thing is we're crying out for our youths that are into diverse things, diverse craft, diverse those into different things. That's why we're crying out for them, that it should not be this way. So just like we have youth.
Jim Barak, welcome on board.
Thank you.
So good to see your face.
Thank you so much. So nice to see you also.
Yeah.
A lot is happening here. Even the medical doctors, they are now running out of the country. And
you know, I have a broken keyboard, so I went to my phone. I still have a broken laptop with a keyboard, so I can't use my F and my R button. So I wrote, "They all do no good," because I couldn't use my F and R button. I really wanted to say was most doctors don't do no good. You know why? Because you see the reason why is because if you're institutionalized, they want to say there's nothing like what they call, they don't want to say there's systemic racism, right? They don't want to say that. But what they want to do is make sure that doctors follow colonial orders. And and when you look back, there's an oath. There's an oath doctors take that, where they do no harm. And I've been beginning to think that doctors are doing harm. And when they run away with money and leave a country, I think that's a admission to guilt. Just tell me if I'm wrong. Just let me know.
And in that case, I might be defending the doctors in this part of the country, because if you know what the doctors in this part of the country are passing through,
part of the continent.
No, I don't want to talk about the continent now. I want to talk about this country. Doctors in this country, they are struggling to survive.
Correct.
So what is happening is that they are looking for anywhere they assume that life will be easier for them, so that they can take care of themselves.
Dale, let me interrupt, please.
Yeah.
Because there's a thing called homeopathic, a natural type of way of curing things. They were called quackery, and these are people that are like chiropractors and people that believe in taking certain nutrients can help you. And all I see is pharmaceutical drugs. I don't see any homeopathic remedies trying to be pushed forward. In other words, nature is being resisted, and it really bugs me. When doctors are selling a product, they get a commission and they're allowed to market this. And when you get lobbyists in Congress and you get big time people pushing certain agendas, guess what you get? You get a medical tyranny. And that's what we're in. We're in a medical tyranny.
Wow. And somebody just came up here now. John L. Bishop Jr. says doctors have always armed people, and I'm surprised. The What angle is he actually coming from when you say doctors are actually they are always armed people? But in this part of the country, I've seen our doctors always going extra miles to save life.
Right,
They are,
right. See, you see, and that's a great point. You see, because you know why? You're you're at the bottom of the rope when it comes to people wanting to save humanity. And where the doctors are at, they're all in America treating fat people who are dying of diabetes and overweight. And then they got, you can make up whatever you want to say about the, I'm not going to say that word, but I'm not going to say anything. But, we have a lot of gluttony going on here in America where people are very sick because they have what a thing called diabetes. And just recently reported was 78% of all the people that died of COVID were obese. Can you believe it? And guess what? They even underlined it with the fact that 40% of them had diabetes. Oh,
wow.
geez. That processed food is just doing us wonders. And do you see a single doctor saying, hey, guys, you know what? Watch your diet. Do you see a single doctor talking about it? No.
Wow. But on the contrary, I don't know why this is our discussion today. I'm on the other side of your own experience. Because on the other side, majority of our doctors are always fighting tooth and nail, telling
Yeah.
us about what to eat and what not to eat, about dieting, about this and that. And sometimes I even find it annoying. Sometimes I ask the doctors, what are we now going to eat? It's like we are going to go on waters, you know,
Right.
because they tell you, don't take this, don't take that, take this, take that, don't take that.
Yeah,
And now,
if it doesn't come from I'm a vegan, you know that. So I have a phrase. It's called if it's organic, don't panic. So in other
okay.
words, you can trust anything that comes out of the ground. Now, yes, we have to understand that there is a big time companies out there making products that we that could be have pesticides, and there's things like that on those products, right? We know that. But in
Hmm.
Africa, I don't know about that, and that's what I'm interested in learning. Because is Monsanto in Africa spraying chemicals? I just want to know.
I don't know much about Monsanto,
We
but
need to find that out. We need to find out. I mean, where's your wheat growing, where's the wheat come from in Nigeria?
the weed.
Yeah, the wheat. Where do you get to make the bread?
Wow. When you talk of weed, weed grows everywhere and almost everywhere in
But
Nigeria.
but not but not in but not in Nigeria.
Almost everywhere in Nigeria. You
Oh,
can
it
have it
does.
grown. Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah, especially the south.
Now,
Southern.
who owns those companies that grow the wheat?
Really, I don't know the people that
Yeah,
owns the
you don't
con.
know, right? You don't know, right? You don't
Yeah,
know. You don't even know what type of what they're doing to the food, right then?
what they are doing to the food.
Right. Do you know how they to prepare it? Like stone ground, if it's stone ground flour, it's much better for you, compared to finely milled. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Okay.
Okay, these
But
things are important. But also, but I'm what I'm trying to identify is, do they spray in your country? Do they spray for like locusts? Do they
okay.
spray for?
Okay. To answer that, let me say that, for example, in Nigeria, we usually do not experience much of locust invasion. We don't
Yeah.
have that challenge here in Nigeria. But I happen to know a little bit of agriculture, in which some of the so-called what's it called, insecticides and pesticides that are sold to us here are dangerous to health, and as such, we have some organizations, some
And
group of people.
by the way, where does the runoff when they spray the fields? Where does the water go when it rains? It drains into the soil. And where does that?
Exactly.
I mean, is that a good thing? Tell me.
Okay. Now, what happened in this case is that majority of the time, I see some organization rising up to bring out lists of some insecticides and pesticides that are dangerous to health, they are dangerous to our food, and they tend to like advise farmers to stay away from them. Then in the process, they also discover that some of these products that are coming into Nigeria for agricultural produce, by the time we now want to export those products to the United States, to the UK, they are now saying that what's it called? They are finding traces of what they don't accept into their own system. So
Oh, regulations, right? Oh, it's called regulation. Oh, regulations. So
yeah,
basically, they're saying, wait a minute, okay, your product may come from this such and such country, but our country says you can't accept that.
okay. And now some of those what's it called? Some of the tests they carry out on foodstuff exported from Nigeria there, some of those what's it called that they are talking about, that they are finding traces of some components of some insecticides on those foodstuff, they are actually sent in from some companies in the same country that is rejecting them. And
Yeah.
that is why over here in Nigeria, a lot of persons are advocating for organically grown food. Like my mom grows some of her food. She even brought what's it called, to bananas. If you see her bananas, they are as big as, some of her bananas are as big as plantain and the likes of that. She grows them organically, and I think there is a little bit of sensitization that needs to be more increased, more awareness needs to be made to make sure that people really stay safe. And as such, all this that we are saying, it still boils down to the fact that a lot of people are tired of Nigeria, especially the medical doctors, and they are looking for any plausible means to get out of the continent. And this is where we found ourselves. And a lot of I just sometimes I just sit back and I ask myself, if every one of us now decide that we are going to run out of this country,
Yeah.
what
This
we
continent.
what would be the end result of this country? Who will now be occupying this country? I see something that I might not want to say so direct here, because that means that there is a strategical improcantos.
Gang, gang.
Because it's like there is a demi game being played, so that this place is not convenient for us,
You're
so
right.
that
Geopolitics, right?
brilliant people like us can actually live. But let me tell you, Jim, for some time now, I am seeing more people that have made up their mind that they are not going to leave the country. I've seen them
And
packing their
good,
bags.
good.
They are, I've seen them packing their bags already, that they cannot take it anymore, and they are just jetting out of the
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
So
You know why?
it's
You know why?
saddening.
Because
Yeah.
they know the collapse of the American economy and the dollar is what we call a hegemony, and it's going to collapse very soon. Here in America, we think we're like very like privileged, and we have this a buffer. We have a great military. We have all this stuff, but you know what? They really are protecting is your minerals, your land. They're protecting. They're trying. I mean, I'm not saying for a fact, but China does have a port. I mean, you got to look at really the big picture here. The big picture is they want your land. They want it, and they're not done. They retreat, but you think they're really retreating? They're not retreating.
Hmm. Because it's getting more and more somehow strategically challenging now that
Right.
a lot is happening. The educated are not, they are not well taken care
Oh
of.
yeah,
The educated
yeah.
are not even seeing means of livelihood. Even
Right.
those, talk less of those that are not educated, so to speak. But there is a new line, there is a light around the tunnel, in the sense that it is now even better that you are not educated than for you to be educated in my country now.
I agree with you on that because I think vocational is the way to go. What the youth programming that you are doing, empowering the youth, is saying that vocational, knowledge is free. Okay, everybody knows that. We have an internet now. Who the heck is suppressing us? Who is it? I mean, obviously, we have companies that control the food. By the way, I don't even know about your weather over there, but we have flooding constantly here in America now. I've seen in China lots of flooding. I've seen lots of like hot weather. I guess we're in a climate change. I'm not saying I'm a climate activist, but what I'm really saying is that the topsoil, of the monocropping system, is when you spray a field for 50 years with glyphosate. uh you know I'm sorry, you're not going to get much nutrients out of the soil. And I happen to believe that Mother Earth is where we get our nutrients from. And these companies that are corporate, that rule us, are dominating every aspect of how we eat, how we live. I mean, this is not a joke, folks. We need to think about youth right now, because it's the most important thing. If we forget about the youth, I mean, we're not going to have a future.
So true, so true. And just like what you said, this evening, one of the youth that we are bringing up, that we sent to go and learn photography,
Photography, yeah.
landed his first job this night.
We pray God
Uh,
solidify it.
And he landed his first job this night. And when myself and my wife were looking at what
what
we
he
come,
wants
what we
to
get
get
at the end of
in
the
the
day is equal to the salary
salary of
of an
some.
educated person.
yep. Yeah, because it's like a bean counter at an accounting company. What are you going to go do? Work for the man? Are you
Hmm.
are you going to go work for the man? Or are you going to set out your own goals, your own path, and realize that you have nothing in common with these people? There's nothing in common you have with these people.
Hmm. Hmm. So it's really disheartening that a whole lot of roller coaster is just going on to keep some people just below, just below and below forever. Because
Oh
if you
yeah,
look at,
yeah, yeah.
if,
Well, poverty is the mission of communism. That's a
wow.
Yeah. That's it's pretty much said in the. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go there because I don't want you to get a strike on your channel. So
And the funniest stuff is that with these doctors leaving the continent of Africa, with these doctors running out of Nigeria, do you know what that continues to bring up? It continues to bring up the fact that our rulers will continue to travel out to get
oh
treated in
oh
foreign countries.
Oh, absolutely. And guess what else it does? It proves that, when a doctor takes an oath, they take an oath to not um harm anybody. It's an oath, like I'm here to heal you, help you. Well, if you've been healing and helping me for how long you made your career from and bought your house from, and then you decide to leave, I mean, what type of doctor are you? You know what I
Let,
mean?
let me let me come
Jim,
straight.
they're not buying
Jim,
houses here.
Jim, you and I, we are operating from two separate worlds. Over there, your doctors might be able to get a
A house.
house. I'm saying that over here,
You
our
can't decide.
our doctors are struggling to feed. Some of them,
I
they are
see it.
struggling.
I see it. I see it. I know. You don't have to
Forgotten
tell
that
me.
that we did
I know this. I know
Let
this.
me
I
tell
mean,
you, several years ago,
So
we made a clothes, we made a dress for a doctor in a very popular hospital in Nigeria.
he could not
He
pay
could not pay,
the money.
not because I know that not that he is fraudulent, he's not fraudulent, but he could not pay
Afford.
us. He could not
right.
pay us. I stopped disturbing him. I did not disturb him because I don't want him, a medical doctor, to end up having cardiac arrest. I discovered that the man could not just pay. His bills cannot match up with his income. So
Yeah.
ever since that time, I stopped doing anything for doctors. The last time some doctors were telling us to make clothes for them,
Right.
I just nodded my head. I never
Yeah.
went back
No.
because I know that
Done.
it's
Done.
bad
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. No more. No more with that. It's almost
So
like they're selling what they call snake oil. They're almost lying. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't say they're lying. Oh, maybe they're lying. Who knows? Maybe they're trying to fool people. Oh, geez, can you say that? Oh no. You know why? Because the doctors work for big corporations. They got marketers. They got lobbyists. This onion. You could peel this onion so long that you would never get to the bottom of it.
let me tell you, if you listen to the video we played at the beginning of this program, you will discover that sometimes even our doctors here in Nigeria, they use their money to buy some things to treat the patient so that they can take care of the patient. They go extra
Okay.
mile. Some use their money to buy what is needed for the patient.
Yeah.
And anytime there is a new diseases, who are the first persons that comes in contact with those diseases? These are the medical doctors. These are the medical doctors. So these guys needs our help. These guys needs they just need
Well, I'm
people that
sorry. I'm going to interrupt you again because you see, they don't need your help. You know why? Because supposedly the United Nations is supposedly there for them. They're funding billions of dollars into Africa, and I don't see any results. I see zero. I see zero results. I've seen billions of dollars go into Africa, and I've not seen any. Well, you know what? Maybe I've seen one thing. I've seen China come out owning the port of Djibouti. And I also see that the fact that Americans are not willing to go the extra mile to help Africans. They're not going to do it anymore. You know why? They don't care about it because they think. I mean, I'm honestly telling you, this is the truth. They actually think that they're going to be so militarily dominant that they're going to save Africa's mineral rights for themselves. That's why China is doing what they're doing.
whoa. In that case, I guess we just have to we just have to take care of the generations that are coming, and that's why we are focusing our strength on the youths of Africa, trying to make sure that we empower them in numerous skills and crafts so that they can become a producer and not just a consumer. Because being an economist, I look through all the economies of the world. None of the economies of the world has ever developed based on literacy alone.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they've developed based on commerce,
Yes.
business, commerce, export over import, excess of import.
Admiral law rules. The colonial powers still control the seaports. That's the thing. It's the seaports. It's completely controlled. They control trade. They control the dollar. I mean, the only real legitimate, why would Russia be supporting China in any way? Well, because Russia doesn't want America to succeed.
Hmm. Hmm. Now you see you see what we are talking about here, and that is why Africa needs to know that nobody can save them except themselves, except ourselves. It's already known all over the world now that no country, no external country can save any other country but they themselves. If not, why will what's it called? Look at what is happening in this country that has been taken over by Taliban. Huh? With all the protection from United States, with all
I'm
the
so glad you brought this up. I'm so
with,
glad. I'm
with all
so
the
glad you
protection,
This is the
with all
best thing. This is the best thing ever because it just shows. Did you know we just had a press conference from the White House where our press secretary, who speaks for the president, just said we're pulling out 100%. And we're going to basically, it's going to come down. They don't know. It's between 10 to 40,000 Americans are going to be left behind the lines.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah. I
whoa.
mean, this is the most ridiculous president of all time. Of all time. Can you imagine this guy who's demented beat Barack Obama in popular votes? Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. So I would rather not speak about that because
Don't
because
let's face our youth.
what I'm looking forward now is to ensure that all countries rise up to protect their own interests. No third party country can come to protect your interests. And that is why Africans need to wake up, start thinking, start using their brain to protect themselves, to protect their
Right.
family, to protect their resources, and to think forward. We
Okay.
should not rely on whatever machineries or protection from anywhere. Protection does not come from a third party.
Right.
It comes
Right.
from the
And the most
within.
important thing to remember is don't take credit. Like what they call usury. Don't use money ever given to you in credit. Don't ever use it. Never use money in credit. Don't feed into the system. Remember, you can vote with your dollar. You can say, I don't want to pay for that doctor because I don't like that doctor. You can choose that. I don't want that grocery store because I don't like the food they serve there. You can do a lot of that stuff with your dollar. The most important thing you can do with your dollar is realizing where you want to put it.
Okay. See, like some days back, I had this particular youth that walked up to me and was like, okay, I should advise him. He needed to get some credit from the bank, knowing that I'm an ex-banker, that how should he go about it? I told him, I drew his ear. I said, just run. That anytime you see anybody talking about credit, just start running and
Right,
never look
right.
back.
And that's what we call Forrest Gump. You know the movie Forrest Gump?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just run, Forrest. That's what you do. You never get sucked up into that system. You never want it. You never want it.
So
You don't.
I told him that once you start taking credit, you will forever be on credit. It's like crap. It's like drug. It's like
It, It's worse. It's worse than crack.
Okay. Okay.
You know why? If you have a family and you're dependent on that credit, guess what happens? You become more and more desperate. And like a crack addict, guess what they do? They go back to the drug and they go try to get more credit. And then you know what? Money. If that person already has an addiction and they're
Whoa.
using, watch
Whoa.
out. Watch
Whoa.
out.
Okay, let me look at, oh, watch woman on the world says, oh wow, I haven't seen them in a long time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby's here. Oh, baby. Oh,
See our
oh my
baby.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So watch
Yeah,
woman
buddy. Hey,
watch
Victor.
watch woman on the wall. We've always been here. So what you need to do is to check your subscription, click on the bell icon and click all, so that whenever we upload, whenever we come up, you can always see us. You can it's not shame. So and what's it called? Caroline Nwangi says, I've raised it up. Caroline Nwangi says, beautiful couple, how are you? Wow, we are fine, we are doing good. Caroline, it's so
Hey,
nice.
hey, tell
having you.
Caroline about the GoFundMe page.
Okay. I think I should just, since so many of you are just discovering our channel again, it's so nice to have you. A lot has actually happened on this channel. You can see that we have a brand new baby boy, and also the same way we have a foundation now that is used to support African youth. We got a place, a
And they
physical.
gotta feed a bunch of kids real quick this month. Anybody puts in $10 in the super chat, I'll match them. Anybody goes to the GoFundMe page, puts in $20, I'll match them.
Wow. So presently we've gotten a physical place. I might play the video in the long run. We've gotten a physical place where we are training youth free of charge. We are not collecting a dime from them. We are training them in photography, in videography, in fashion, in shoe making, what's it called? In cosmetics, facial, catering,
And
different
you even
craft.
got the hair, and you got hair stuff too, right?
Yes, hairstyling and barbing
Yep.
and the likes. So we are opening it up. We are launching it on the 4th of September, which is just 11 days from now. 11 days from now. But we want we still have a lot of
want to say
training.
thank you to all.
Yeah.
As in, maybe you saw what we posted today. Want to say a big
Thank
you
you.
to all that have been part of this noble cause.
Yeah.
Because you never hold anyone anything. Just to, in fact, to even just share the GoFundMe page, it's a very great thing. Not to now
Thank
talk of
you,
you
yes.
dropping $1 or $5, or we are so grateful, and we pray you don't miss your reward here in life and eternity. And all these youths we are both training, we are all training together. Be so sure one of these days what goes round comes around. Is their good is going to also come around to you. So that's why we're saying the orb is already there right now, and we still have lots of things for it to function properly, for the training of these youth, so that we don't just see all the youths in Africa getting frustrated, giving to what's it called, bad life, going to what's it called,
terrorism
and all the likes, hanging themselves, committing suicide. That's why we've decided to start training them, and we've started already. We trained them in different parts of the country. We've even gotten some resource persons outside the country, in some other African countries, that are even really waiting on us. The youths, if you see how the youths call out to us each day, they keep one called my phone some days ago. She called me for like very early in the morning. She's calling me for something that the foundation wants to do for her. Do you know, Jim? I said these youths are calling from everywhere. If you see how they call us, very early, like to 6 to 7 a.m. some days back. One kept calling me. I picked her call. I explained to her that right now we are just trying to set up the location.
Take
So
the
she still kept
power.
on calling me for like,
Take the
she kept on
power.
ringing like 10 minutes, calling me. I say, God. So that's why we are reaching. That's why we are reaching out. Please don't let the cry of these youths go. The other one, some of them that will be traveling from outside Lagos State in Nigeria, West Africa, down for the training. When they saw the, they were getting discouraged before, but when they saw the place, they were
They were
really
so
encouraged.
encouraged,
They
and
are saying, they
they've
were
been
praying.
so happy. They've been so happy. And what's it called? Okay, let's take some. Okay, you want to say
Oh,
something?
so to wrap up, we still have so many things that are needed to make the place functional. So we have a GoFundMe page. You can see the GoFundMe page. If you can see, we have a GoFundMe page. You can please help us with whatever you can. We can help us with, and if it's just to share, please you can help us share it so that many people get to see it, and you wouldn't know who that the person that is seeing it that will help us out. Please, you can help share. Your $1 is highly appreciated. Your sharing it is highly appreciated. And you can also, okay, Mr. Jim, you have the floor.
No,
You
I'm
have,
saying $1. One
yes,
dollar.
I said
One
your
dollar.
$1 is highly
$1.
appreciated. Yes, highly appreciated. $1, whatever, even if it's cent, as in whatever you give, it's highly appreciated. So please just help us share, help us give. And if you have some of the items,
Yeah.
we've lifted out the items that are needed for the proper functioning of the training center. If you have any of the items, you can just decide to send them to us. We will really appreciate it. So please, let's help the lives of these youths while we can now. And we want to say thank you, everyone. We're so grateful.
So, with that being said,
And
this
Mr. Jim wants to say something.
this is our GoFundMe page. In case you want to support what we are doing in training these African youth for free. So, Jim, you have the floor.
Oh, thank you so much, Choke. Thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for bringing Victor out, guys. Thank you so much. You know what? The Fantastic Four is still in my heart, and I mean, you guys, it's just a blessing to see in 1 year that the Fantastic Four and you guys got all new families. It's such a blessing, and you guys are moving so great. You're moving so forward. You're not intimidated. You're not like shy. We're gonna get around every obstacle there is. There's not an obstacle that's holding us back. It's us wanting to unite that makes the difference.
Exactly.
We're all here together, right?
Yeah. And one
The
more
Fantastic
thing.
Four too. We are really working
Yeah.
on their location.
And they will be on ground that day. On
Yes.
the opening, the Fantastic Four will be on ground. They'll be
It's gonna be the best.
our
It's gonna be
foundation
the
opening.
best.
It's going to be
the best.
interesting. It's going to be interesting, but we are seriously calling out for people to support us, because up to now we have not gotten a single AC, air condition. And based on the current trend, for you to have large numbers of people in a place, it has to you need to provide for air condition for it to be very convenient.
Really, you
So,
really do.
yeah. So
Okay, so that is
okay.
a main thing before you can open up, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so how much money do you need for that?
For what's it called? The is
Is it
where
a
is that?
window? Can you put it in the window and just have one unit hang outside the window and seal it
No,
up?
the provision in that, where we rented is a brand new building, and as such, the brand new building, they've already created the space for split units. You cannot go to break the walls again.
Right.
So,
So the air conditioning needs to go through all the rooms.
all the rooms. So we need like a minimum of 6 air condition.
Those things are expensive. They're expensive.
And those are like each one is about 70. Oh, It's about 70 to 80,000 per one.
But you can't open up
It's
without
much
those.
more than that.
Okay, my wife said it's much more than that. It's about 100. Okay,
Something.
100 and something $1,000 per one. Naira, not dollar. Naira, please. In dollars, it's about 200 and something dollars for each AC.
Where's Dr. Ojo? We need him.
Dr. Ojo is busy.
Please, on Tuesday.
Yeah, and okay. Kim Perez is here. He says, beautiful baby.
Kim Perez. What of Alex? Regards to Alex.
And what's it called? Stacy Perez says, oh my goodness, it's so precious. Thank you,
so very
Stacy.
much.
Then Aletta Hill says, miss you guys. Congratulations on your bundle of joy. Wow, thank you so very much. We are so happy having you back. Please check your subscription, and please, everyone here, there are numerous ways you can help us to be able to reach out to take care of these youth. It's not everything that we depend on you sending money, but you can help us so that we can reach out to more people and we can be able to raise funds. One of the ways in just helping us is to make sure that you remain subscribed to this channel. Check your subscription box and click on all notifications so that you get informed.
Shadow banning people. They're shadow banning the Cetro Scrap channel, and you guys, people, if we don't share the links, they won't shut the shadow banning off. So we need to turn off that shadow banning by turning on the likes. We need to turn on the shares. If we do that, they're going to shut off the shadow banning.
Exactly. So you need to, one of the ways of supporting us to share our videos, like our videos, share, comment on our videos. All this will keep our channel active. And by the time more people get to see what we are doing, we can also on our own, or as a channel, we can be able to get paid by YouTube so that we can fund this youth. Because presently, I tell you, we've not been getting anything from this YouTube. We've just been spending and spending, but we know that what we are doing for this youth is interesting. We are seeing their life turn around. And one of the most interesting that happened to us today was to see that a boy that we paid about 150,000 naira to go and learn photography.
That was about $300.
That was about $300 some months back. Today, he landed his first job. And what you'll be getting from that job, I tell you,
3 more trainers.
Yeah, he landed his first
3
job.
more trainers. Yes,
he's going to train 3 other.
He's even coming in for advanced training in videography and for.
So I will personally be training him in videography and the likes. And what he's getting from the job he landed today is what some persons are getting at the end of the month as salary in Nigeria. So I'm so happy that we are not wasting our money, we are not wasting our effort. We are actually turning the life of this youth around. Okay, let me go to
people. It's called grassroots. You start at the bottom and you work your way up.
So John Bishop, you don't need to take out a loan. As long as our government keep borrowing, they will pass the debt on us. Wow. That's serious. That's one serious matter around here.
Grandma,
I'm coming to grandma. Common sense revolution, because they know there is no and they are being used to I don't want to talk about this because this is what you are free to comment. There is no problem when you are commenting.
But sometimes and I want to reiterate, people should be sensitive in the chat room. We have to understand that, we're adults here, and there's certain things that YouTube censors. And if you're not able to understand that this channel doesn't want to get censored, you need to step away from the channel and move on. Or just understand that we're trying to protect ourselves from being censored.
Yeah, because Caroline Onwangi says, amen. Oh, Caroline, it's nice having you here. So once again, this is our GoFundMe page. Whatever,
Please just share,
just
and
share,
your $1
share.
is really, really
Yeah,
appreciated. It's saving a life.
$1.
yeah.
Yes, $1 is really, really
Just
No
appreciated.
one.
matter,
Just one.
just
Eh,
Just one.
ah,
so Shell Fouty says, love you guys. Wow,
love you, Sha.
Shell is nice having you here. And wow, we have Grandma
Grandma
Yoyana.
Yoyana.
She just
Thank
gave
you
us
so very much,
5 Canadian dollars. Thank you so very
Nice.
much. Oh, okay. She's talking here. She says, "Yes, power to decide our good is an inside job. We have to stop looking outside of ourselves. If I'm not for myself, who will be? If I'm only for myself, what am I? If not now, when?" Hillel. Wow, that's great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
The great quote, yeah. Then she'll Fouty says, "Hey guys, check out Jason White." Okay, 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 okay. It will blow your mind. Okay, thanks for
Thank you
that.
so very much.
Then Solomon King of Kings. Wow, this is serious. It's just so good that you can give a lot Western knowledge and ideas about Africa, because Africa does not have those USA and UK news. Mr. Jimmy, you are amazing, honest and genuine. Whoa, that's for
Oh,
you,
thank you
Jim.
so much.
Somebody is already falling in love with you.
You know what? That person has already fell in love with themselves because they know the truth. And if you know the
Oh,
truth, you're already in love with yourself.
yeah, yeah. And the back to our discussion is the fact that if the medical students, if the medical practitioners, if the one of the most challenging course to be studied in schools is medicine, if they are ending up discouraged,
Mm.
totally destabilized, unable to plan for their family effectively, then that should tell us something, that
But
our
can
youth
I add before you go any further? Can I add one thing real quick? Just
okay.
think about the debt these doctors take on. And by the way, it's a grant. Sometimes it's a fund. Sometimes they actually use credit to get themselves through college, and then it fails on them. So they're now financially trapped. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. You know why you don't need to be sorry, Jim? Like I said before, I will say it once again. Over there in the United States, you can borrow to go to school.
But yeah,
But over here, you cannot borrow to go to school. If you don't have money to go to the
they will
college,
send
you
you
are
out.
on your own.
You're
You
out.
will drop out, and nothing will happen in Africa, in Nigeria. So is a two-way
Two
thing,
worlds
is a
apart.
two world apart, and that sometimes gets me, just like,
Yeah,
is it
and that's the
is it
part I just I don't know if it's Caucasian thinking or what, but I hear what you're saying. I'm like, is it really like, wow? I mean, you're seriously saying that? I mean, how did that? How do doctors make money?
doctors, how do they make money?
How do they make money? I don't see them like in Africa. I mean, if doctors were like concerned about their patients, would they take money from pharmaceutical companies to become a doctor? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they dropped out. Okay. Well, listen, GoFundMe page, Patreon, please, everybody. I want just $3 a month. Patreon. The kids are coming up to get fed soon. They're gonna have to come up to that building. We need air conditioning quick. Um, I want I want to pray. I want to ask to the heavens above. I'm looking forward to something that, it's going to be greater than me. That I want to look forward, that, that I'm always projecting, and I mean that could be a little egotistical, but I want to be projecting that the outer limits where I don't know and I don't live, I, I can affect that. I want to know that. And that makes the biggest thing about contribution is that it's so wonderful to give. When you give from your heart, you're loving. Love rules. And, if you don't have that in your heart, fine. You don't have to always give. But when we ask, somebody to give, we're saying, look, we're actually doing the right thing to give to other people. So that's my focus. I want to say a little word out to calls from Africa. Um, Ryan, we need to get the 501c3 plan. I thought maybe you guys were on top of it with newbie me. I'm seriously trying to hook up contacts with major companies right now, and I need a tax ID number to do anything. And folks, when we look at this, we need a tax ID number. Dr. Ojo is the most wonderful person, the greatest example of what we can show society to be. He can come to America, get citizenship. He can go back to Africa and create a foundation. It's a wonderful combination. We need this type of energy. This is the energy we look for when we all want to be, united. So, if they're not going to come back to this channel here soon, I don't want to keep it up live much longer. Maybe they lost their battery, um, but I'll hang out in the back room and because it's their channel, I'm just gonna phase away for a second and we'll go there.
Wow, so sorry for this timeout. Welcome back. Hello, Jim.
Hey,
Wow. So
Sorry.
sorry for the technical issue we had here. And
I did a filler. I think I did like a 4 minute segment. I hope you clip that out. And I really want you to promote me, and use some video clips in your. If you haven't done it yet, and I was kind of interested in talking to you about that. I mean, if you don't want to use me in any clips or anything like that, and I mean, don't worry about me. I don't have any issues. You can use, my likeness or my image. So whatever you want to
wow.
do. But I really like the last segment that I just spoke of. I don't know. You're gonna have to see it later because you were gone.
Okay.
But I really
Okay.
liked it, and I really want, it'd be nice to like maybe you can use me a little bit as more of a representative and like because Dr. Ojo and I think we're really gonna be a dynamo. I think we're
Wow.
gonna.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we're
Wow.
gonna be a dynamo. We're gonna get stuff going. Hey, folks, by the way, nothing comes in 1 year, 2 years. You know, I know for a fact, when you raise a child, it takes 7, 8 years for it to, to be independent. You know, we have to be patient with the foundation. and Dr. Ojo is just this a wonderful example of what we need to be, spiritually. Um, did you know Dr. Ojo he's the last born, and if I'm not mistaken, in his last video stream with us, he said his mom was 100 and something years old, and his dad was passed away, was 100 and something years. I mean, these are people that are like, wow, relish their family. They love their family. They stay with them to the end. Do and
Wow.
I found that just very fascinating to know that, Dr. Joe said his mother, if I'm not, if just, I don't know, I have to go look, but it was like 115 years old. His mom was, and I know he said his mother gave birth to him at 54 years old. Can you, folks, folks, you have to understand this stuff. That is just amazing, amazing.
Oh my goodness. And just let me add to that. My own grandmom is also going to be at the opening ceremony of the foundation. Is going to be
What?
100 years old.
Oh my
She's going
God!
to be she's going to be 100 years old this September, and she's going to be at the opening of the foundations of. And I just look forward to that day. It's
Yeah.
just 11 days. It's just 11 days from now. She doesn't
Wow.
even know anything about it yet. I'll just tell her some few days that I'm taking her out on a special day, and she will find herself right in the front of the whole world. and all the
That's so
youths
awesome.
and all the youths that we have assisted in one way or the other, they are all going to be there. The ones that will be physically, they are going to be there. Others will connect via the internet. So it's so nice when we forget about asking the government, asking the system what they can do for us. When we as a
Right.
people, we can unite together and say, you know what, I'm just going to do my own grassroots. Whatever you are not doing and I feel should be done, I
Right.
should do it and build a future generation that will now begin to do things for themselves,
Right.
survive by themselves, and not wait for anybody to put little change in their hands and tell them what to do and what not to do. That's just
Right.
what I believe.
Vote with your dollar. Vote with your dollar or your naira, whatever it is. In other words, if you stop funding corporations which are monopolizing our our legitimate rights to be citizens, because they can actually, here in New York City makes it, you can't go into a restaurant unless you have a vaccine. California hasn't done that yet. But New York City has done that. Says, you know what? You can't go into this restaurant. If you want that type of oppression over your head, just think of what's going to be let loose.
Whoa. And you know what? I want to show us what we have done so far in the foundation that we are launching, the physical training of that we are launching this September
Yeah, let's put
4th.
that video on. That was excellent video. And by the way, I've been watching all the videos. I haven't liked them all of because I've been busy. Last week I was busy. I had construction people at my house. But everybody else, if you've not looked through the videos, take a little more extra time. They're short videos. They're not long. Go through them. They're beautiful to watch. Really good editing. The quality is excellent, and I think you'll enjoy them.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jim. And okay, I think this is the video of when we're tapping down there.
Look at that editing.
You said?
I said, look at that editing. It's awesome.
We started with the preparation of the mindset of this youth with respect to the do's and don'ts guiding the Cetrus Foundation Hub.
So this is us cleaning up the place with some beautiful African youths enjoying themselves by cleaning.
I got it on me right now. A strong point that it. Pull up. We gon' do that. Pull up. Say pull up. Run it back. Say pull up. I say pull up.
I'm marvelous. I'm happy to be part.
So what we're actually seeing here is a venue for the foundation. We're getting this place prepared, prepped up, cleaned up. The youth were coming in their numbers, and they were so happy that they have such a beautiful place like this that we are
Rise
going to
up!
that we are going to train them and do a whole lot. And it's so it's something that is bringing back trust and courage to them. A lot of them, the way they were working that day, I was just looking at them. They were busy scrubbing the toilets, washing everywhere, not minding.
Some of them even said they want to be staying there. They want to be living there. That's can they? And that's very soon we'll be working towards their hostel too because
There's
Yeah.
Mr. Kiba!
yes, Mr. Giwa was also there. Yeah.
So is such a nice move that we have made so far, and we want to believe that the best is
Look at
yet
this
to
handsome
come.
man. Look at this handsome man. I
This guy,
come on.
this guy is
Let's,
coming in for
let's
photography.
get this started. Let's get this started. I mean, come on.
And that's the popular photographer that we paid 150,000
That
for.
guy
This,
right
this
there.
young boy. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
That's a small boy, but now
okay,
he's
because I'm saving the cameras for him.
yes, yeah.
I'm
So
just sorry, I just can't afford it right now. I'm just sorry. I mean, I keep my monthly everything, but I just can't afford it right now. I'm so sorry.
no problem, no problem.
It's
So
killing me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm broke after the move. I'm broke. I'm seriously broke. I'm broke. So I'm having a hard time catching up, but I will get there.
yeah. You've always been there. You've done so much that is needed to be done, and we really appreciate you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you have been there all the while. Even right from the start, you have been there. You've been giving us the necessary push to
Yeah.
where we are now, and
So,
that's more than what
whatever,
money can
yes.
buy.
Thank
It's
you.
more
You know, the best things in life are free.
Yeah. is more than what money can buy. You can see the way the youth are so happy. They are so
Yeah.
just, and from next week, a lot of these youth are going to be coming from some other states into Lagos because we are based in Lagos. So we are based in Lagos. Okay, somebody is saying something here. Oh, someone is saying something here. Caroline Wangi says, I'm broke too, but not broken.
Just self share. It's even if you don't have anything to give, you are highly
Yes.
just share the page. Just share the GoFundMe page
Right.
and make sure you are subscribed to our channel. You can like the video. That's even liking the video, giving it thumbs up. It's something. Sharing. Just share. It's not about money. Life is not all about money, but just
That's
a
right.
good heart of love. Yes, and in fact, watching us, you are really loved. You
Yeah.
are really loved. So
That's
you
a
are
great
really
phrase. I'm broke but not broken. I'm gonna go to bed with that tonight. Thank you. Whoever said Carolyn, that is amazing.
Okay, I think let me remove the video of the youth now. The good thing is this, please, because we are going to be rounding up now. I think the little baby needs our attention. Uh, what we just want to have in mind is that it's not everything that is money. Some things are far more valuable than money. the mindset that you have in helping us share our videos, helping us like our videos, watch our videos, comments on our videos to make the channels very active goes a long way. And asking people to subscribe to our channel also goes a long way, because in the long run, by the time this channel has enough, as in good number of subscribers, we'll be able to take care of some of these things majorly by ourselves, especially with the fact that even when we are not getting anything from the channel, we are still doing what we are doing. You can now imagine by the time we have large followership, and we'll be able to get one or two things from YouTube. We can use it to support our youth and the likes, and to keep the channel running, because you all know that to run a channel in Africa is not beans. It's not that easy. Okay, I think a child felt to say, keep your children close, don't let them out of your sight. Okay.
Especially in America.
Really?
Absolutely. I will not let, when my wife goes to the mall or to a grocery store, you know what the last thing I say is? It's to my daughter who's going with her. You stay right next to your mother.
Whoa.
Listen, this country, I hate to say it, yes, it's safe. And we don't have, okay, there's certain parts of certain parts of the country, yes, a little more volatile. But the point is, there is nowhere safe right now. Right now, I'm not going to say the P word, but there is nowhere. I mean, if you don't watch out for your kids in America, and this pertains to I hate to say this, I'm just going to go there. Your kids are going back. If we have Americans listening, and your kids are going back to school right now, they have requirements for you to wear a mask. They have requirements for you to get a vaccine. And if I was a parent, I would say to myself, I wasn't raised that way. I got my vaccine shots when I was a kid, and nobody had me, a mask. There was, but you know what? We're going into what in my book, a medical tyranny. If they can close down an economy and say, a flu. I'm not going to use the other word. A flu can shut down an economy. What they're saying to you is that the rest of the world is at our pair. In other words, they're saying, if we can take the mightiest country down, what do you think the rest of you people are going to do? That's why America's fight is so important. That Americans actually stand up and realize that if you want to lose your country, I mean, it's not that serious. I mean, right away. It could go 4 or 5 years longer. This could go on. There's a political consequence to everything. But I believe in the fact that I don't trust the schools and the way they are going forward with mandating certain conditions to go to school. Now, if I wanted to be a free person and I wanted my kid to go to school and I had to agree with these rules that make me a dissident, you see, that's the issue. And what we're going through right now is medical tyranny.
Whoa. I just hope that everything will end well at this point before they come up again with some grammar on community laws. So I really appreciate every one of us that has commented, everybody that has sent in a comment, that has given us thumbs up. If you have seen this video and you've not given us thumbs up, please kindly go over and give us thumbs up. drop your comments, share this video, share our GoFundMe
GoFundMe
page, please.
to help
If there
our
is,
African youth.
yes, yes, you might not
Go
have
for Africa.
you might not have the you might not have a dollar, you might not have any amount to spare to support our foundation, but you can help share our GoFundMe page. GoFundMe page. This is our GoFundMe page. You might help share that. All you might just need to do is to just share, like our video, make sure you are subscribed, always check your subscription button, and always come to our channel to be sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. By you doing that, you are going to be helping us either directly or indirectly. We appreciate every
It's
one of you.
everywhere.
And this point in time, I want to tell you that, okay, let me do a shout out to all the medical doctors in Nigeria that are running out of Nigeria into Saudi Arabia. I honestly do not blame you, because if not for the fact that some of us, people like us, we've made up our mind that we want to continue to help the African youth in Nigeria and other African countries, by now I should be thinking of running out of the continent as well, because safety first before anything. And if you are living in a country that you cannot feed your family properly, if you are doing a work, if you are being called a medical doctor and you cannot foot your bills, how are you going to do? So I'm not blaming you. I just pray that you make the best of decision and in terms of where you are going to, so that you can actually live the life that your children will be proud that you're a good parent, you're a good father, you're a good mother. And I wish you the best as you move into the Arabian countries. So, and okay, somebody is saying something. My comment disappeared. Wow, how will your comment disappear? Maybe is from that side. We don't touch on comments here. So
Yeah,
Jimba,
there's no moderators deleting comments.
okay. So Jim, we want you to put in your conclusion, your concluding remark.
Yes, sir. I want to thank God for Victor and the fact that the seed has been planted by Victoria. I want to make sure that everybody knows that the reason the foundation is alive and going well today is because of the faith of Joe and Dale. Anybody that, looks back, in time and says, what suffrage, a person's gone through, I would have to put Dale, in a really unique category. If I'm not mistaken, Dale said he wanted to take his life one time, and then he lost a child. If I was a unique person, and I said, okay, I got over that, the first thing I wanted to do would be to save the youth. And that gentleman, Dale, with the beautiful queen of Joe, they're going forward. Folks, if you're not on the train, I'm not saying don't get off the train, but just please realize this is not stopping. That's what I want to say.
Wow.
Thank you so very much, Jim. Thank you. Regards to your lovely daughter. We've not seen her for a little while.
Wow, so I appreciate every one of us.
Yeah.
Caroline Omwangi.
Thank you so very much.
Shri Faulty and
Grandma
Yoyana.
Everyone, Jules,
everyone, Shelley. Okay.
John L. Bishop Jr.
Solomon, King of Kings.
Common Sense Revolution.
Ita Il.
Kim Perez.
Stacy Pratt.
And everyone.
We want to say thank you very much. Our baby is greeting you. Vicky, can you look at Kim? Can you see Kim Perez? Can you see Kim Perez? So bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you so very much, you. Other times.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Yeah.